Welcome back to another episode of Critical Affection, where we affectionately criticize pop culture that we love. And I am... Oh, look it. The hosts are on the one side and the guests are on the other. Did you just do that?
What? No.
Oh, I thought you did that. Whatever.
Yeah. It doesn't look great.
We're all here and they're there. I had a really bad joke, like offensive joke that popped into my head, and I'm not going to say it because it's offensive.
Excellent self-control.
Not really. If it was excellent,
if you had the self-control, you wouldn't
have said anything about it in the first place. Anyway, I'm your host, Sarah, and joined by my other hosts, Amanda and Fred and Brian. As usual, this has pretty much been since the beginning of the year, I think.
Yeah,
we ruined Fred's very favorite movie for him, and then he kept coming back for more.
I did, because I wanted to pass on the misery. Bullying tends to trickle down. So now I want to do to others what Amanda did to me.
We're doing it to anyone who watches.
I still feel the sting of that Clerks tar and feathering that I received. It's I still feel like I said earlier, I'm doing the Cersei Lannister walk of shame.
I don't hate Clerks. There was a lot I do love, but it's kind of middle of the road for me. Yeah. But anyway,
different road from Amanda's, but
yes, different road. Yeah. James and Mike, this is your first time on our show, so go ahead and introduce yourselves. You guys can fight over who gets to go first.
James, go for it.
I'm James Mascia, owner, creator of Dren Productions. We do a lot of B-movie style horror and sci-fi comic books, like Plan 59 from Outer Space, which is literally a sequel to the Ed Wood Plan 9 from Outer Space. Mm-hmm. And then Mike has taken that even further by going to Plan 79 from Outer Space, and now Plan 39 from Outer Space.
That's right.
And
the dog's a big fan.
We also have horror books like Under a Blood Red Moon, Flesh-Eating Cheerleaders, and all sorts of other fun B-movie type things. But we always say Dren Productions. Dren is just nerd spelt backwards.
That's correct.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm Mike Dolce. I am the co-publisher and writer and artist at Dren Productions as well too. Been doing comic books for 25 years now. Worked at Wizard Magazine when there was a Wizard Magazine. Some credits include Zenoscope and Image, and I've been working with James the last we went to college together, so I've known him for a long time, but we've been working together, I guess, almost 10 years now.
And you're still friends.
It helps that we're in a distance. See, we're in different places.
Oh, you know what? That's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's how Fred puts up with us.
And yeah, Mike puts up with a lot for me, so it's all good.
That's a kind of the hallmark of being friends and business partners, isn't it? You gotta put up with stuff from them. You gotta.
It's true. It's all good though. I mean, it's honestly, we love what we do, and I love what we do. He sometimes loves what he does.
Most days.
Loves all the creative stuff.
That was funny, all right.
Have you done the double entry bookkeeping bullshit for the accounting? I don't love that.
No,
not even. I'm pretty sure I'm doing it wrong. Probably should hire somebody to do that for me, because
probably shouldn't admit that on the air.
Oh, I'm not saying I'm intentionally doing it wrong. I'm saying I'm screwing it up. I suck at it. Through no fault of my own.
One of our viewers turns out to be an IRS agent. That would be.
Sarah, the audit magnet.
Go ahead and waste your time auditing me. I guarantee you there will be even less than what I think that I have, probably. Like, come on, everybody who does this job knows that we do not make comics to make money. That's not
No.
a thing.
That
is
is
not a
very
thing.
true.
All right,
We'd like to.
pull up your most. You got this campaign here that's in pre-launch right now. Is it gonna
Yep.
There it goes.
Yay, there it is.
Okay, so Restream is a RAM hog, and everything is slower on this computer when Restream's running. But yes, I put the link in the comments. Let me go put it in the Facebook comments too, because I know it didn't post there. And yeah, tell us a little bit about this.
So, Dungeons and Dimwits is our humorous RPG series. Essentially, it's everything that goes on during a, like a Dungeons and Dragons session, but put into a story. So all of the stuff that you would expect, like all of the chaos that actually happens if you ever played one of these tabletop RPGs, because it can and does end up getting chaotic every single time. But like I said, put into a story. This is going to launch our second story arc in the Dungeons and Dimwits series called Clownpocalypse Now, which is essentially a traveling carnival of demon clowns terrorizing the village, and the heroes are going to have to deal with them.
It sounds awesome, but I don't. No, thank you. Clowns. No clowns.
Yeah, Lit RPG is
I backed
super
Kevin.
duper gaining popularity now. It's a good time to be publishing this.
Yeah, I backed Kevin Davis's clown Halloween, I think it's called, with clowns, and I was like, I'm gonna back this because I want you to succeed and I support you, but I'm not gonna read it.
It's all good. One of the characters feels the same way and then ends up getting turned into a clown, so...
Well, I guess I have that to look forward to then.
That's what you're missing.
I
Is that
told you, they're
journey?
demon clowns. I mean, they possess people,
Yeah, like I'm not like
That's how they
psychotic
spread.
clown, but I'd rather they not be in my house. I'm sure it's really awesome though. Like it sounds really awesome, except for the clown part. Like you could replace the clown like literally anything else, zombies, ghosts, whatever.
Maybe
Then
they're
I'd
clown zombies.
110% on board. They clown zombies? That just makes it worse. Ooh, I don't know.
Flame
man.
resistant clown zombies.
What?
Yeah, but it's gotta suck if you're a clown zombie because everything's gonna taste funny.
Oh. Clerks wasn't funny though, huh?
Okay. Oh, my brain hurts.
So yeah, we're in pre-launch. We're going to launch this in a couple of weeks.
So we're looking at like late March or like early April.
Yeah, mid to late March.
All right. So y'all have that to look forward to. I did put the link in the comments on, I think, all the platforms that we're running on right now. So go click it. Hit the follow button.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Wait, where the hell is, there it is. Okay. I know what I'm doing. Oh. Okay, so we ask our guests when we get a guest on here, we ask them what show or movie or book or whatever they want to talk about. And James, I think, I don't know if you guys, if this was if Wonder Man was a decision, like a joint decision, but that's the one that James told me you guys wanted to talk about. And
I had just finished watching it when you had said it, so
no.
when you had asked.
Perfect. So like you don't have any like really hardcore attachment to this show then, or it's not something that you like absolutely love and adore, base your entire personality on, anything like that?
No, definitely
tell
not
it's
based on my
definitely
entire personnel. Say that again, Mike?
It's definitely your personality. No question about it.
Yeah, no.
All right,
But,
that'll make it easier, right?
I will say I enjoyed the show, but
Yes. So yeah, that's the show that we're talking about today, and we should talk about our opening thoughts about that show. Who wants to go first? You know what, Amanda, you never go first. Will you go first?
Sure, I'll go first. My opening overall thoughts is that this is a series that attempted to smooth over bad optics by making more bad optics, which is unfortunate because the story had potential, and that ultimately they just gave us a bromance, painful slice of actor life crossover.
All right, Brian.
If you're in it for a superhero movie or a superhero series, don't. It is about actors. If you're in it for a superhero movie, it's like watching somebody inherit a Lamborghini and then not drive it until the last 10 seconds of the series.
So true. So true. Mike, what did you think?
I would say it's a chicken and an egg thing, right? If they had come up with something, because it was a clever idea, and it was very meta, and if they had come out with this maybe like after WandaVision, we all would have been like, wow, they're really taking it to different places. This is kind of neat, but they're doing it way after the fact. And now you're like, well, now they're making up for all the crap they gave us in between WandaVision and this. And so would it have been I don't know. This wouldn't have existed had they not given us all this crap. So, that's where I'm at.
Sure. James, what'd you think?
I kind of liked that they focused on less of the superhero stuff and more of the creative stuff that, actors and everything go through, because it made it a little bit different. And I thought that, especially, there's the one episode that shows the flashback where it's like, the doorman thing where, what happens with this guy that has superpowers that becomes an actor and the results of that. And, the celebrity and the fame of that. And I liked them exploring that as well, which is something that the Marvel movies really haven't done.
True.
Sure.
So I like I said, I enjoyed it because it was different, because it wasn't a superhero story.
Fair. Fred.
So I really liked it quite a bit. And one thing I do appreciate about Marvel is they always are front and center about the source material that they're ripping off. Like Logan, they played Shane for a little bit before they ripped off the theme and the ending of Shane. And here we get to watch Midnight Cowboy. And it's like, okay, we're stealing Midnight Cowboy and we're going to turn that into something contemporary, which is great. Because people today probably aren't aware of that movie. And it's kind of a fun thing they do, right? Marvel's, factory, right? But I really liked it that I thought that they I'm a big fan of movies about Hollywood as a subgenre. I mean, I love Ed Wood. I love anything to do about film production and all that. So I love that it was kind of interestingly playing with his power dynamic. And also what I really liked as a starving artist, right, is that they told a starving artist story, but he had skill, right? He was almost it wasn't one of those stories where it's oh, they should have given up or they get lucky and stuff. He really was his own worst enemy, but he had within him the talent and the ability. He just couldn't harness it, right? So for me, it was kind of an apt way of kind of taking the superhero metaphor and doing something else with it. Stop. Because even most Marvel movies, right, when you criticize them, it's because they're really simplistic, good versus evil chasing a glowy thing, is how people characterize it. And I like things like WandaVision and things where they step out of, they step into genre and they do different things. And here I thought it was a little bit more than just a buddy cop thing, but it was actually a dude kind of, growing into himself and kind of learning, how to become a successful artist. And I don't want to even say superhero because, like Brian said, like they don't drive the car. But for what it is, I liked it a lot. It's for like a starving artist and somebody that likes to, I always like to. I'm gonna get really nerdy here, but I always like to say, like, most artists and writers, everybody that gets into comics, I think, has a Batman story in them, because we all like to think in some way or another like we're Batman, like toiling away in our bat cave, making our little piece of art and like putting it out into the world, right? So I think it was kind of cool to do like a superhero story and like frame it around like an actor trying to make it and growing into his power.
Mm-hmm. You guys all had a lot of really great points there. I agree with those who liked it. I do also like it. I liked the interpersonal relationships. I thought that it was interesting to see like a little bit of his growing up, where he was kind of the outcast and stuff, and it resonated with someone who is an outcast or was an outcast, and it kind of still is, I guess, but kind of also makes you sad that like I was like, but we didn't get superpowers out of it. All we got is, emotional trauma. So but yeah, also I don't think that I'm mad about them not driving the car till the end. That was fine by me. I liked the development of the friendship, the very unlikely friendship. It was cliche that Trevor was, like the only reason that he ever met Simon was because he was, trying to hurt him initially. And that was fine, because like I don't know I'm not a good enough writer to figure out a better way that they could have introduced those two to each other. But I also made sure that we located the one shot of Trevor Slattery, because I was like, they keep talking about how this guy got out of jail and didn't finish his sentence, but nobody mentions why. And I was like, turns out it's in that thing, so I gotta watch that.
Mm-hmm.
So
isn't the point of these TV shows too, or like Wonder Man again, seems to me like the point of the TV shows was to like kind of do things a little different. I felt like, and that's what they kind of started out with. Like with WandaVision, like right out of the gate was like, oh, this is different. This is kind of cool. Like we're doing something totally unique. And I feel like even like movies like Ant-Man, right? Like Ant-Man was a heist movie. Winter Soldier was a spy movie. And, it was like they had kind of set the precedent to do these different things. And for some reason, it's taken, I don't know, was it 5 years to kind of do that? Unless I'm missing. I mean, Loki, I guess I liked Loki. I liked the first season of Loki.
Loki was good.
Yeah, I
Loki's
liked the first
yeah.
season. The second season was pretty good too. I mean, with the exception of that, I can't think of anything they did in between where I was like, wow, that was really something new and inventive, or something different, or even like taking something that we've seen before and giving it to us in a different way, So
How about the What If series or Marvel Zombies?
I guess, yeah.
Marvel
I mean, I guess you could look at that. I mean, I guess maybe not live action though, right? I mean, that's the only thing.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have a
liked
theory on
Agatha
that.
All Along. I like that one.
Yeah.
Hashtag girl.
Halloween
Agatha All
themed,
Along was fun. I will say that Agatha All Along was a fun show.
Yeah.
Did it really do anything special for Marvel or the characters? No, not really. But it was a fun show to watch.
Yeah, it was like entertaining. Just like this movie or this show is like, it's entertaining. It was entertaining to watch. Like I watched the first episode and I was like, ooh, I have to like, cause I live with somebody who insists on only watching one goddamn episode every day. So it's so annoying.
I think I watched the whole series in a day.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I was like, oh, can we at least watch the second one? No.
Okay,
so I had to pace myself.
Here's the question. Here's the question for you guys, though. Marvel, started off doing that one episode a week thing.
Mm-hmm.
For Wonder Man, they dropped all 6 episodes or 8 episodes, however many it was, all at once.
Properly.
Anybody know why? Like,
I think
all of a sudden they did that
I think
change?
you're just throwing the spaghetti out the wall and seeing what sticks.
They're shorter
care.
episodes of 30 minutes, so maybe people were gonna not.
Yeah, but no, all
Yeah.
of their episodes are like that short.
Yeah,
Even WandaVision, like
I
the
mean,
longest
it?
episode was 40 minutes on WandaVision.
they're cleaning out the closet of stuff they've shot, essentially.
Maybe.
They're gonna do it. I mean, all indications for everything you read, if you read, a lot of the stuff, you follow the YouTubers and stuff. I mean, people are basically saying they're trying to get back to stuff that made them more successful, and this kind of show again would have been way more successful 5 years ago when they had, the audience behind them. But I mean, look, box office numbers and ratings don't lie. People just aren't as into this stuff. And ironically, they are talking about superhero fatigue in the movie, in the show, which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
But I think that's the case. They're basically, it's the same reason they dumped Ironheart, because they're just like, all right, we're not going in this direction anymore. We're not trying to replace our heroes that we, look, at the end of the day, Ironheart was a failed comic book, and they made a TV series out of it. Didn't do anything. Ms. Marvel's been canceled over and over again as a comic book, and it didn't make it as a TV series. And I mean, she's a good character, and I like the actress who plays her. But I think at the end of the day, they're kind of realizing, wait a minute. I think if people are going to come to the movies, they want to see.
They want the A-list, not the B-list.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, we want Captain America, we want Iron Man, we want our characters. Which I always laugh too, because Captain America and Iron Man, when we grew up reading comics, were the B-list. But
no, Iron Man, Captain America was the A-list.
No.
Iron Man was always the B-list.
No, they always got the crappy artists on it. Come on, any book that never got any of the good, like the X books. The X books were everything, man. That was when we were kids. That X books and Spider-Man books. They got the best artists.
Yeah. And those were the first superhero movies. So
yeah.
the first big
MCU.
superhero movies. Yeah.
I was just gonna say I have a take on this, right? And it's I don't think it's so much that the characters failed so much as like that whole saga, that whole second phase just had like so many like big bullets kind of come through and fire through everything. Like that just blew up their plans, right? Like Kevin Feige, after Endgame, if anything, he should have been bought, time and creativity, right, to kind of try new things. And like, if Chadwick hadn't died, and if Taika did a stronger Thor movie, and maybe like Eternals or one of the other experiments hit, like we would have had a different kind of like phase and stuff. But because it's like if you ever hear like baseball general managers talk about their teams, they talk about you have a couple of aircraft carriers who lift up your lineup and your team, and then you support them with other things. So they're like aircraft carriers, they're helicarriers all sank out of the sky, and what you're left with just wasn't enough to make up the difference. And I'm afraid now that what they're going to do is kind of fall back on Cap and Iron Man and Downey Jr. and these characters we know, and it's going to be a fan servicey kind of mess, because when you try to like get ahead of the fans, you get a Star Wars trilogy like we got. So we'll see what happens.
I'm cautiously optimistic about the Avengers movie. Coming out. I am cautiously optimistic, but I have those same misgivings that you just said about it. Like,
because like even the ones in that phase that did well were like nostalgia trips, like Deadpool and No Way Home.
Yeah.
Right. But bringing back the Captain America and Iron Man and all that, it feels like a desperation move. Now, will it work? Will it make sense? Will it, really do anything?
I hope so.
You can put this in the.
I hope so, exactly. But who knows?
Column here, but the fan service didn't kill Star Wars. It was the lack of a plan. It was lack of a plan, because then at the end, I agree with you 100%. I remember going into Rise of Skywalker being like, all right, I hated Last Jedi. Last Jedi was terrible. But all right, you've set this table. Let me at least bring it. At least I hated the fact that they tried to pivot in mid-movie. And you're like, wait a minute. I remember watching Last Jedi originally and thinking to myself, man, what a great third movie this is. And I go, oh wait, it's the second movie, and I missed an entire movie in between. If you've ever have you done the 3 in a row? Have you watched the 3 in a row?
Yeah.
There's a movie missing. There's a movie missing. Like at the end of the Force Awakens, we have to go. Snoke is like, all right, retreat. Everybody go back. We're gonna retreat. We're gonna regroup. We're gonna figure everything out, and then they start the movie. I remember thinking that in the theaters.
Mhm.
I show up and I'm like, wait a minute. There's a chase, but wait, I remember what happened in the last movie. They weren't being chased. Why are they being chased? And from then on, it was just downhill. And then you sit there and you're like, man, like, did they even go in with a plan? They did. I mean, J.J. Abrams had a plan, and then Rian Johnson was like, I'm going to do whatever I want.
You can see the plan in the movie, right? It's Kylo Ren's helmet, right? They get a shiny new helmet that's kind of feels like the old one, but it's different enough, and we love it. And then the second movie, we don't fucking like it anymore. We're going to smash it to bits. Yeah. And it turns out to be a mess. So the third one, they just try to cobble that back together, and and the helmet tells the story of what they did. It was like we brought JJ to fix
we need to do something
mess
from Star Wars. Should we just like cover the last trilogy there? Because it feels like we should probably talk about those at some point.
Yeah,
I think we could generate an opinion or two
you got
about
Mandalorian
Star
coming
Wars.
out now.
Actually, what I want to put this out there. I think that Lucasfilm should not be allowed to announce any more Star Wars movies until they actually make one.
I think there's one coming. I mean, I saw the Super Bowl.
I do not believe that movie will actually come out until I see it in theaters.
Yeah.
Something will happen between now and May where they're going to say, oh, we're going to have to push it back or something.
I am excited, though, that we're getting a 50th anniversary IMAX Star Wars.
Apparently. I just saw that, actually.
That's cool.
I just saw the ad for that, and it's the original Star Wars. So
yes.
Must be nice for you guys to have IMAX theaters nearby.
Now, listen, I do have to say, I am very happy that they're going to do the original Star Wars in theaters. However, for the 50th anniversary, I want to see the whole trilogy back to back to back in the theaters.
That would be
they're
cool.
not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is that when they aired this, or not aired it, but played this in London last year, there were a lot of people that said that it was hard to watch on the big screen.
Really?
The original trilogy.
I bet.
Or the original
zip
movie,
ties
because the effects are, I mean, they're 70s effects.
Wow.
Yep.
And watching it on the big screen, and especially in the IMAX, it might not be what we're hoping to see.
You need to have your nostalgia glasses firmly on.
Mm-hmm.
What kills me, though, is no one talks about this when Lucas redid the trilogy and did a special edition and all that stuff. The singing scene in Jabba. I love the original with the puppets moving and everything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I still remember this. I'm like 8 years old watching it, and I still remember it. And then you replaced it with that. That was the worst part. Greedo can shoot first.
No. The worst part was Return of the Jedi, where they replaced the Nub Yub song.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, but at least it had the cool visuals of all the different, and
I get that, but
things like, I mean, at least they did that. Like, at least they gave you something better, or not better, but at least on par with it.
And I understand it, but I want the drunken Ewoks singing. Like, that's what I want.
That's true.
Okay. Back to Wonder Man. What did we like about Wonder Man? Like specific points that we like. Now is where we can get into the weeds of tall grass here with
Amanda hated it though, so I don't know.
Amanda always has at least one or two things she likes about it. So, but since you went first the first time, we can have Fred go first now. What were some things you liked?
I like the protagonist and the way they framed him, right? That he, again, that he had talent and that the power metaphor is there, right? Even though he's not Spider-Man learning how to climb walls and whatever, it's a guy that's getting over, his limitations and learning how to, wield his talent per se. So again, from a starving artist point of view, you always get the schlub or the loser, like Joey Tribbiani or Charlie Conway on Taxi, right? It's always the guy that, you know, has no future that, you know, you're supposed to believe. And in this one, it is about a talented person trying to find their way in the world. So that would probably be the main thing I liked, but also just the way that I'm going to do a little bit of what I liked and what I didn't like at the same time here because they're interconnected. I like the way that like they were able to within episodes make little side journeys and little side missions, so they all kind of felt different and stuff. But unfortunately, that led to my least favorite episode, which was the Doorman. I just didn't get it. I didn't dig it. We'll talk about that when we come to what we didn't like. But like the little sub adventures, right? Like where they have to get to they have to make up for the GoPro footage and all that stuff. Like they were able to find little like fun side quests, but make them about like the characters, you know, journey. So they made a fun job in making a fresh series that didn't feel like all the other Marvel superhero stuff.
Okay. James, what did you like about Wonder Man?
So there's this scene in it's the first episode. It's like the first scene of the show where he's, you know, going into that acting, you know, whatever show that he's supposed to be on. And he's, you know, he's talking about, you know, what's my relationship to this character? And then he's talking about like, well, shouldn't I pull like this book out or something like that? And all of these like fine details. And it makes me think back to like Mike knows, our Larry Carr classes back in college, you know, and he would talk about like those very things. And it makes me, you know, like wonder, and not wonder, but think about like, yeah, like all of this stuff is important to know. All of this stuff is, you know, important for the story and the actors and everything. And it ends up getting him fired from the job. And it's like, you know, like you want people to do that sort of stuff and to think about that sort of stuff and put those details in. But it's also at the same time like, no, we don't, if that makes sense. And I enjoy that they explored things like that, those little things like that in the story.
I think Fred mentioned earlier too, though. I'm also a sucker for things like the game inside the game, like the studio. I thought the studio was awesome. I was always a big Entourage fan, and Barry also. Like I actually think this was in a way their attempt to do like a Barry. Obviously, it's not about a serial killer, you know, assassin, but it's got that, you know, that acting love in there too. So, you know, those little things that made it, you know, made me enjoy it. I think James, you mentioned it too. I actually enjoyed that even more than the superhero stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything else about it that you liked?
I mean, you know, overall, it, you know, it again, for me, I keep watching it. It's almost like watching the new Game of Thrones too, where I'm just like, oh man, this feels like they're trying to do something that they weren't successfully able to do with a lot of the other shows. Like She-Hulk comes to mind, and I'm like, this is the anti-She-Hulk, and I like this.
Okay.
See, She-Hulk was okay until the last like 2 episodes, and then it went off the rails.
Yeah.
It's been too long since I've seen She-Hulk. I just remember that everybody lost their goddamn minds when she twerked, and that was all I can remember.
I didn't care about the twerking, and I didn't mind the Daredevil.
Sorry about the twerking.
I was okay with it.
I thought that it was adorable that there was those two girls were just having a little bit of fun, and I didn't see the point. Like it was a little, wasn't it like a post credits thing too?
Yeah, pretty much.
It didn't matter at all, and that's the part that people decided to zero in on, and that was so annoying.
Yeah.
No. The thing that annoyed me was the final episode where she comes out in the Disney Plus streaming thing, looking at all of the different shows and everything. I was like,
I do not remember
what is happening?
I
I
will
don't-
say this though,
Mm.
I'm a huge Daredevil fan, and I love that version of Daredevil because it is so from the comics. Like, yes, he is dark Frank Miller, gritty Daredevil, but he's also like, hey, I'm also Mike Murdock, and hey, I'm wearing like I'm Daredevil Christmas sweater. Like,
Yeah.
he's also a goof in that way too. So it was kind of a fun take on Murdock for me.
Daredevil's a funny thing too. Again, we're gonna go tangent. We're gonna go tangent here, because when it started out, it was more lighthearted, and then Frank Miller in the '80s took it to that dark place that everyone's like, "Oh my God, this is so amazing!" And then, so I know in the '90s you had Scott McDaniel and DJ Chichester, kind of took it back, and then they went back to like. So he's always going back and forth. I forget the creative team after it. I think it was like Carl Kessel was like, "No, we're gonna go back to the '60s Daredevil now. Hey, everything's gotta be light now." So. He lives. He truly lives in both spaces.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
Fair enough. Yeah. Brian, what did you like about Daredevil?
I liked most of it. It was just marketed wrong. I was going in expecting superhero stuff. If they had called it the role of Superman or the role of Wonder Man or playing Wonder Man or something that lets me know this is about actors, not superheroes, I'd have been great because I like series that show the minutia of everyday life in a superhero world, especially if you've got some kind of powers. That's when I write superheroes, that's what I like to focus on, not the big flashy fighting starships and stuff. So I really like that they tried to go for that. Just wish they'd have said it a little differently. It's like reaching for a cup of coffee, but then drinking orange juice.
I think like Marvel's in a tough spot though, right? I mean, and I don't think they even understand how to market any of this stuff now because now you have.
I think they went too hard on Endgame and like they flew too close to the sun and now it's kind of fallen apart a little bit and they don't really know what to. Yeah, like you said, they don't really know what to do.
They have no idea, and I don't think any. And if you go behind the scenes too, a lot of the people, and I don't know if this is the case for Wonder Man at all. But I know all the writers from She-Hulk are like, we never read the comics. We don't like the comics. We don't care about like they actively don't read the comics. So I don't know. I don't know what you do with that. I don't know how you market something.
Okay, yeah, like it's fine to have a couple people in the room that haven't read the comics, but somebody in the room has to have read the comics. Like otherwise, how do you know what your character even like? This is not just a scratch-built character that you're making. Like She-Hulk is very important to a lot of people, and they should have had at least one or two people in there that had read the comics. Yeah, I didn't that's interesting to hear. Yeah, I didn't know that.
It reminds me of
ones. They had interviews with them, and they're like, "Yeah, we made it a point not to read the comics because we want to come in with our own ideas." It's like, all right,
Brett, I know that your dog is back there doing something really serious, and we can see just enough of he's stomping on something.
He's trying to get my attention is what he's trying to do, and I'm trying not to give in. So that's why I'm like manning the mute button now. Like he's not going to win today. He's just not. But I was going to say it reminds me of like a bit of the old, when I was in a screenwriting class, they would everybody would talk about was when Tarantino was all the rage, and they would say how like people wanted to just. They think that they were going to be so avant-garde and they're going to break all the rules and stuff. But like the reason Tarantino works is he was aware of the rules that he was breaking. So like, even if you're going to make a comic book character and you want to do something different with them, you should understand the source material. Like Frank Miller, I'm sure had a very healthy respect for like the Stan Lee and the and the Bill Everett and the Gene Colan stuff before he, made it what it became. So you got to know what you're playing with before you can break it and put it together differently. And it sucks when people aren't, taking those jobs seriously.
Yeah, fair. Who did we not do? Amanda, what'd you like about this show?
I like that it was trying to explore the struggle of having powers and not wanting to use them for, in his case, superheroing. It's like trying to have an actual other life. Like sometimes the things that you're good at are not the things you actually want to make a career out of. And so just like there was a lot of possibility there to explore that. And I liked that they were at least trying for it. I think that the actors did great. They really came through on showcasing these rather quirky characters. And I really liked that they had the Haitian and first generation culture represented well. We got to see an actual mix of language and how things interact. And they obviously put some thought into world building the family a little bit. And that was nice.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was gonna say too, is that I like that they were kind of doing this how, and I think Brian, you touched on it a little bit too, like how they were making this story of how Wonder Man becomes Wonder Man in this world. And they missed a big chunk at the end there of like, why did he decide to sacrifice the career that he so desperately wanted? Why did he just shove it? Like he threw it in the toilet after Trevor took the bullet to save him, to save his career and his life, and then he just
invalidated his sacrifice.
Yeah. So like that, like right up until that point, I was all on board for, you know, not seeing anybody drive the car. I was on board, but yeah, like there has to be something that did they deliberately leave it out? Why did he decide to do that?
Because that's the incredible power of Midnight Cowboy. Like he just couldn't get that out of his system. That ending.
No, it's been a while since I've seen that movie, but
I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
It's a depressing ass ending.
I don't remember.
Well,
it's a depressing movie, but it's weird that Marvel chose to romanticize it, but oddball romance is what they were going for. It's a good movie though, great movie.
Yeah, no, it's been a minute since I've seen that one.
Only NC-17 movie ever to win Best Picture. Fun fact.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, so that's like, I liked that. I liked the casting. I mean, like Ben Kingsley, obviously, if they were going to have Trevor Slattery come back, they had to have Ben Kingsley, but he's a great actor. I think he really is I think he's a great Trevor, and he did really well making this bromance. Like he was the friend that Simon really needed, and like I saw it all coming a mile away, but it was still really sweet to watch. And they like the acting choices were good, so it made it fun to watch, despite the fact that it was like you could see that was what was going to happen. Like he was going to have this, they were going to become good friends, and like this whole time Trevor was, you know, kind of double crossing him to save his own ass, and you know, like it was there, like I could see it happening, but I still liked watching it, like, because I was like, well, there's the conflict for Trevor. He's gonna like Simon, and he's gonna try and figure out how he can save his own ass and also not throw Trevor under the bus, or throw Simon under the bus, you know. And then he like sacrifices himself, and then why the hell did Simon just throw that all away? So like, yeah, to jump into what didn't I like about that? Like, where the hell is the part that tells us why he did that? I want that part. You know? Missing that part. Because there was a big chunk of the story that was left out here.
We're just supposed to assume to know that he would never let his ride or die bro stay in jail after sacrificing himself and proving himself to be the good guy after all.
Weak. That's so, like, they could, like, come on, they did all this, like they devoted a whole fucking episode,
right,
to why Simon can't ever show his superpowers to the world, and then we get nothing except the assumed, like, oh, he did a solid for me, so I gotta save him. Like,
if I may, I think there's an artist's take on it. It's like he lived his dream, he made his perfect movie, like where next? Like what's he gonna do?
That's not his dream. His dream is not to do one movie and be done. His dream is his hyper fixation with movies and to be in the movies and have a career.
Yeah, like it was all leading up to how much he loves acting and what a gift it is for him. And then just suddenly he's like, he uses that. He even uses that to get into the prison. He uses his like, I want to immerse myself in this role, so I'm going to immerse myself into the life of this person I'm playing. And, you know, he even uses that as a means to get to Trevor at the end. And then, I mean, I guess, like if Wonder Man, the movie, hadn't been such a big success in that world, perhaps he wouldn't have been able to do that. Maybe now he thinks that, oh, I'm literally Wonder Man in the movie and for real. and so like they're gonna let me do this. You know, I don't know. I see like there's avenues like that I can tell they deliberately left this shit out. I just don't know why.
I have a take on it too. This is the last. I just think it's like, again, maybe it's me as the artist and me putting my, you know, my own whatever and stuff. But I think what it is like he, you know, what they're trying to say is like he probably wanted the validation of being a great actor or a great whatever, because that was going to give it an identity. Because they do stress early on, his mother talks about how like deeply alone she was afraid that he was. And I think along that way to find that greater validation, what he kind of learned was like the one personal friend was more valuable than all the validation coming from other people. I think that's what they were going for. Like his priorities shifted along the way, but maybe I'm giving them more credit than they deserve. I don't know.
Let me ask you guys a question, and this is a different tangent, but totally related this time. What did you guys think of the original Mandarin reveal in Iron Man 3? Because I know a lot of people had mixed reactions to that in general. And I remember at the time thinking to myself, man, I freaking love this. And I thought Ben Kingsley was great. But so many people were like, you got to give us the Mandarin. You got to give us the Mandarin, you know, because that's, you know, we're not going to get the real Mandarin. Maybe there is, you know, did they end up, I forget now. Did they ever?
Yeah.
He ended up getting he was even more of a letdown.
Yeah, I think he was in Shang-Chi or the Eternals. He was in one of them.
He was
Was
in
he
one,
really?
right? Right?
Shang-Chi,
Oh.
yeah, he
Yeah,
was in
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
And as somebody who had not really known of the Mandarin before, because I am hopelessly not fan of the Marvel comics in any, like I started reading the Marvel comics because of the movies, like, and I've read like, you know, a 0.5% maybe of all of the shit that I could be reading. So as somebody who had no fucking clue who the Mandarin was before I watched that movie, I loved it. I thought that was great. And I thought that Trevor Slattery was hilarious. And like, I loved him. He's in like, and I love that in this show they're trying to give him kind of a redemption arc. I don't know if I think it was super successful, but I like that they tried. And I imagine as like people who had read the comics and who knew who the Mandarin actually is were pretty fucking pissed.
Yeah,
I can understand that. But
it's actually funny, James. It's funny you mentioned he's in Shang-Chi. He was like the main villain, and I don't even remember that movie. Like I remember the bus scene, and I think that goes back to my point originally, like all this stuff. And Fred, to your point, actually, I liked Shang-Chi when I first saw it. I liked that they were trying to make B-list characters, because I mean, again, I think that's what Marvel did so amazing with Iron Man and Captain America. Took B-list characters and made them A-list. But man, I don't even remember that movie.
Yeah, they had a bad run, but I argue with people about this too. I don't think that those early Marvel movies are really that good too. I think there are a few outliers. Like I think Avengers is very good. I'm the guy that doesn't like Winter Soldier. I argue to the death about that with people.
I like First Avenger better than Winter Soldier.
I do too. And
but I think both are great. I could watch First Avenger. Like I could watch that anytime. I feel like that was one of the most.
Oh yeah. I don't
Perfect.
get Winter Soldier though. It doesn't work for me. All the stuff they were trying, it just
Winter Soldier got ruined because I watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Before I think it came out or after. I forget what
the episode aired like right when it came out.
I forget what it was.
So.
I watched it out of order and it ruined Winter Soldier for me. For like, because everyone went in and they're like, oh man. And I forget what it was. I forget if it came after or before, but whatever it is, I watched it the wrong order.
Yeah.
Those bastards.
Yeah. In terms of the Mandarin, when it came out, it struck me as being yellow-faced and kind of offensive. And they realized that, and then they had to try and spin it and fix it. And that's how they developed the character out to be a surprise reveal as, you know, not really the character, so it's okay. And then
and they
tried to rehabilitate it.
And they really I think they were like playing with like reality a little bit. They were like, if we have to fudge somebody as like not quite Asian but kind of Asian, we should get the guy that we fudged as Gandhi in the 80s. Like we could kind of maybe get him to pass. So I think it was a little like life imitating art, imitating life.
Yeah.
I think they just made a mistake and then really had to try and fix it.
Oh no. Who said what they didn't like yet, or who didn't say what they didn't like? Brian, did you say anything about what you? I think that like
covered it.
Yeah, we were kind of talking. Like, does anybody else have any other thoughts?
Nothing
Oh,
that
I
hasn't been
do.
brought up.
Oh, Amanda. Of course,
Yeah.
let's do Amanda.
So the things that kind of stuck out to me is kind of back to that whole source material piece, is that Wonder Man in source material is this character who's a rich white guy who seeks out power, becomes a villain and then a superhero, and then somehow actor stuntman gets thrown in there too. And here they've just flipped it all around. So it's a black man who isn't rich, who's born with the powers that he doesn't want. They've removed all of his agency, and they push this narrative of an angry black man who can't control himself, who is unstable and dangerous. And that's just not a great look. That's the bad optics coming back. Then they tack on the doorman being a black man with powers who makes it so they have to ban powered people from being on set or becoming an actor. So they're just really kind of doubling down on their racist tropes there, which is not amazing. But we don't forget he's our superhero, not superhero character who would like to be an actor is being saved by the wise older man who tells him to breathe and just let it go. They, in many ways, coded Wonder Man as autistic, but then just only used it in terms of ways to punch down on him and have it be adding to that embarrassment humor that they really, really loved doing. This series had so much embarrassment humor and punching down happening. It was very uncomfortable, deeply uncomfortable. And when you look at it overall, like Trevor's the one who gets the redemption arc and some sort of character growth. Simon just gets like whatever characteristic will make him seem unstable or have a problem, or again with the embarrassment and massive anger issues. And then he's the one who gets to give up his dreams for his bromance, which does happen in the rom-coms where like the one partner gives up their life and flies into the city to the other partner. So like they kind of, and I guess in a way, tracked on that. But that's what he got. They didn't really show any development of his power or his decision to embrace it. That just sort of popped up randomly. And suddenly he has it magically under control. So but that's, because of the wise mentoring.
Time and a huge chunk of story building in there that is missing. And like, they don't really specify how much time between the ending of all the Wonder Man stuff and when he decides to go sneak into the facility to break Trevor out. Like,
right.
I'm thinking that it was a while because he had to have time to harness his powers and to come to terms with this whole I'm going to blow my cover and my career is over and I got to find a new one. Like there's a lot that is just glossed over here. And I feel like, it was a deliberate choice, but like, why?
Yeah. They could have cut the doorman episode and built out more on that, or more on the family. Like they built this great family, but they didn't use the family very effectively. They just kind of made it one-dimensional. He was afraid they were gonna throw him under the bus to the reporter, and was just all kinds of like they just didn't use the family effectively, unfortunately. And the women in general were not there. Like at most they were props. The ex that dumps him right away to give extra pain and then comes back to be like, oh, I knew, but everything's okay. It's just, it
was sloppy on that for sure. And agreed. The doorman episode could have been like one scene where he explains that shit. Like I thought it was fun, and I thought Josh Gad getting puked up is hilarious, but it could have been one single like scene within a like Trevor or Simon's explaining it to Trevor because Trevor didn't know who Doorman was. Right. And all he had to do was explain it, and they could have shown the visuals and everything. But they didn't need to be a whole episode. That was easily the weakest episode in the whole series. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I realized what time it was and was like, oh, we should probably do some quizzes.
Quiz is good.
Can I, it's taken forever here. One of these lets you all be on the screen.
I get my own square. Look at that.
All right.
So
if you've never played before, everybody watching, everybody here except for me, because I wrote the quiz this week, you all just go to play.lookit.com and type in that number when it prompts you, or you can just scan that code and it'll take you directly there. You type in your name and you can play the quiz. And I can show you. I had some technological mishaps, but I can show you the beginnings. I'm gonna finish this tonight or maybe tomorrow, but I can show you the beginnings. I got you a Mandarin. You had it for a second there. Yeah. I got the Mandarin. He started. I just didn't.
Okay.
Back. Wait. Okay. There. I've got him started. You can see that.
My computer is not letting me connect to it.
Uh-oh.
I'm in the lobby and there's a whole bunch of animals.
Yes. I see. Yeah, everybody except James I see in here already. And if you guys are watching, you can hop in on the quiz too. You don't have to have participated in the
There we
comments.
go.
Or anything. Although we like it when you do. It's fun.
90004.
And then if you are gonna jump in and play at home, make sure you don't listen to us talking. Watch your screen. Don't listen to us because we are on a delay of anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds, and it depends. It depends on how Restream is feeling and how YouTube and Restream are feeling about each other today. It's just just watch your phone. Don't watch us. I'm pulling up my phone that's gonna help me at all. No, I've got it right here. We're not doing anything. So, yeah, and that's the stickers is just me doing my own little personal drawing challenge for myself, where whoever wins the quiz gets the sticker, and I'm practicing drawing. So that's that. There were a few people that were watching, and then they all ran when I said join the quiz.
Get something for free.
I'm gonna have to pay for the stamp. I'm gonna send it to you totally free. The catch being now that I have to finish the art first, because
It's good to have a deadline. It helps.
yeah, it turns out I think because it turns out that if you don't have an internet connection, you absolutely cannot use Procreate at all.
Oh no, that's a
I
no-no.
didn't know that. I've never run into this problem before, so I didn't know that. So that was an issue for me. And
A
I was
lot
not
of programs are starting to do that, which is complete trash. Yeah.
Yeah, I get their superficial reasoning for doing it. I was like, oh, we got to verify your copy, but
Money.
no,
It's-
you
it's a
don't.
big money.
No,
Yeah.
you don't.
Yeah.
You guys have my receipt. It's been the same iPad for 5 years now, or some shit. It's a really old iPad,
Yeah.
and it's never changed. Nothing has changed. So there's a guise there that it's for noble reasons, but really it's just we want to try and stop you from using our shit unless we say it's okay.
Yeah.
Which anyway. All right.
What you
Looks like
Adobe.
nobody else is gonna hop in here, so
Let's do it.
are you guys ready? 3, 2, 1.
Mhm.
I don't know why I do that. They do it. They count down. I don't
Yeah.
have to count down.
Prove it, Sarah.
All right.
Right? He was trapped in a room of nothing but doors.
Yeah, see, Mike read the same articles that I did. That was a voice of God thing. The director said he is totally still alive.
He's
Which
Johnny
That doesn't
Depp.
matter.
Still Johnny
He-
Depp. Come
Stupid.
on. That's
It's
just
so
knowing.
stupid.
Oh, I'm gonna bomb this one. Oh, look at me. All right.
I got one of the numbers right.
Yeah.
Got the 3.
Yeah, I see Mike's running away with it.
So
Are we gonna give a sticker to somebody other than
Ooh.
Brian?
We got 11
Nice.
questions, though. I'm
Holy
gonna
shit.
take a deep dive, probably.
Oh, well, I don't
Oh.
mind the
That's all wrong.
grammatical syntax shit there.
I don't remember.
Look that up.
I think it's that. No, I was wrong. Oh, that's right. Shoot.
I mean, to be honest, it could have been any one of those. So
Right? That was my problem. I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
those are all very similar.
Right?
Mhm.
Crap.
You know what's worse about that is they're way better and less similar to each other than the shit that passes for country music now.
Ah,
I kind of like some of the pop country.
I don't
Country
mind.
music
I
is
don't-
actually
I don't-
great rock music
Some
with
of
the
it.
country twang, and it stinks.
Some of it is, yeah.
Like the actual music part of it is really it's mostly like what hard rock used to be, and then but they still sing with the twang. It just kills me.
I don't know.
You understand? They're singing about a red Solo cup. It's very niche and regional.
It's poetry.
You know, before we found out that guy was racist, that was a banger. Actually, some people still like it. Actually, he passed away, didn't he? Toby Keith.
oh,
This one was sort of ambiguously written.
Yeah, it was.
I
Is that-
realized that, but like, I did not spend a lot of time on this, you guys. I didn't have a lot of time to spend. In my defense, we
Mm-hmm.
tried. Okay.
pulling back the curtain.
There was actually a moment where I was considering asking one of you guys if you could do it for me because I was like, I don't know when I'm gonna do it. But then I found time.
I'm glad you got there, Sarah.
And then it freaking deleted like 4 of my questions. I was like, oh shit, do I remember them? Because you know I didn't write them down in somewhere else.
Oh,
That would
no.
be a smart thing to do. I remembered enough.
Brian, how did you sneak ahead?
Shh, don't worry.
Every
You're just
time.
answering too fast.
Yes.
Very good.
That one was not as hard as I thought it was going to be. Jesus. Okay, now you're just running away with it.
Rude.
I like that me and James are both in the cellar now.
Well, just slow down. I'm all right. I'm just getting like. I'm just getting them late.
I totes pulled a Brian on this
I'm at
one.
the bottom of this.
Yeah, you
one.
did.
Sorry,
Don't read
unless someone got it wrong.
Helped Fred,
Yeah.
who answered it in less than a second.
I've realized your strategy, Brian.
Don't be right, be fast.
I'll be playing dirty as well, sir. Oh,
It doesn't matter. I got that one wrong.
Nice job, James.
Good job, James.
Represent Dren.
I was the only one that got that one. He was singing the friggin' Frozen song.
Oh my god, I wanted to throw the TV out the window when that scene came on.
that's game. I think that's the game.
Yeah, I had to physically wander away a couple times from all the embarrassment humor.
Amanda, I'll pause it for you.
Oh, thanks. I'll be back. I can hear it. I can hear it.
How'd you get 11 questions, Sarah?
This is not going to help anybody beat Brian, though.
I don't even know this one. at all.
None of these
Like,
are right.
This one was not in
Right.
Wonder. That's why.
I just picked one really fast.
Who's Jackson Norris?
Somebody got it right.
Yeah, none of those are correct.
You have to watch that short, that Marvel one shot. in
Yeah,
order
the
to know
short,
the answer.
the Mandarin breaks him out.
Yeah.
No, a guy the Mandarin hires breaks him out, and his name is Jackson Norris.
Hmm. Is it like the Joe Chill Joker thing?
Probably. I don't know. He pretends to be a documentary or maker something. I don't
Mhm.
remember. I don't remember. All right. Well, I mean, fucking obviously Brian won again. So
What a jerk.
Telling you, I'm just gonna pull the router at some point. Oops.
We'll do it.
that'd work. Yes.
Quick, tether this computer to my hotspot.
Congratulations, Brian.
Congratulations, Brian. GG.
Good
Yeah.
job.
GG.
I know, it's all just like resentment that we can't be fast and correct, and that's what he's doing, being fast and correct the most. But yeah, so what are we doing next week? Next week, Lori Calcaterra's coming, and we're gonna watch Death Becomes Her. And I'm pretty excited. I haven't seen this movie in literally 20 years. Yeah, it's been so long. And I remember it being completely unhinged and ridiculous. So I'm hoping that it holds up as well as my mind thinks it does. You know, like, is the nostalgia gonna...
I predict the special effects are gonna be extremely good.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Sure they held up great.
I had the hugest crush on Bruce Willis by that point, and I had no fucking idea that was him in that movie. Like, that's how good their makeup was. Like, I had no clue that was him. So yeah, I appreciate that, if nothing else. What else? DateBot's funded. I don't think that we had a show since then. So everybody who backed DateBots, thanks. And we're gonna, as soon as we get all these all the backer stuff cleared up, like the money comes through, and then I'm gonna order shit because we're pretty much ready to go. And the what is it called? Late pledges, they're still open for a few weeks. You can order late pledges at datebots.com. So and James and Mike, let us recap quick and then tell us where we can find you on the interwebs.
Yeah, James.
Well, what am I recapping?
Recap. Just like recap your campaign that's coming up real quick. Anything you want to sell?
Okay. The Dungeons and Dimwits campaign is coming up. It's up there on Kickstarter right now. Going to launch in a couple of weeks, and it's just fun RPG chaos.
And Fred, in a couple weeks, we're going to be launching a Plan 59, the Ultimate Edition Kickstarter.
Oh, I can't wait.
We've got some new pages, a whole bunch of stuff in it that we didn't do the first time around. So
sweet.
Nice. I just got your last one, the digital reward sent to me, so I'm going to check it out this weekend.
Nice.
I think I got it like a week ago, so I'm excited.
Sweet.
Awesome. So where can we find you, James? Where can we find you on the internet?
Just drenproductions.com.
Sweet.
All
And
right.
if you find us on Instagram or Facebook, it's at Dren Productions.
Yep.
Nice and easy. And it's nerd
Yep.
spelled backwards if you missed that at the beginning.
Yep.
Can't
I
go
like
wrong.
that.
You can follow me
And
at
it's
Sire
nerd spelled
Studios
backwards.
on Instagram, Sire_Studios on X, Sire Studios everywhere else, I think, pretty much.
Perfect. Anything else we got to talk about? I think we're all set now.
Yeah, sure. Next Wednesday, if you're in the Melbourne, Florida area, I'll be doing a signing at Famous Faces and Funnies from 3 to 7. So come on out. I'll have Fisticuffs Book 3 available. And come out, say hi, and talk nerdy with me.
Awesome. All right. Well, come back next week. Lori Calcaterra's here. You know, people say that the world's going to explode if she and I are on a podcast together, and we've been on like 4 now, and this one might be number 5, and the world still turns. So I'm waiting for my apocalypse, you guys.
It's exploding right now a little bit at a time. So be careful what you wish for.
Not in a way that I feel personally responsible for.
Blame Sarah for this?
I'll blame you and Lori.
Okay. Doesn't make it suck less, but anyway, yeah. So come watch Lori and all of us talk about the weirdest fucking movie I think we've ever talked about on this show. So, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. Birdemic's not weird. It sucks. Yeah. Anyway. Well, we can discuss that later too. So come back next week and find out if the world's gonna continue turning for one more week or whatever. And thank you, James and Mike. And how do I get this off?
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for coming. You're welcome back anytime, as usual. Yeah, go ahead and do what they did and don't pick something that you really truly love. Otherwise, you'll be emotionally damaged, like we did to Fred. But I guess it all worked out in the end because you're still here. And we appreciate that.
Well, we should. I would love to have you guys back, and if possible, and do Plan 9 with Amanda. I think we'd all have fun with that.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Oh yeah.
Put it on the
Online.
I just got another person saying a movie that we have to put on the list here, and they want to come on and talk about it. It's like we're starting to collect a little backlog,
Good.
and like unintentionally so too, because I am not what you would call a planner. Most of the planning that we have right now, that's Amanda's doing. Like she just stepped in and did it, and so I'm like, oh, cool, we have plans now. We're like adults or something. So, all right, y'all have a wonderful rest of your evening. And we'll see you next week and possibly sometime in between. Bye.
Bye.